Relax your mind. It's divine time.
What's good? What's good? So I'm sure we all have had people in our life at some point that somehow created more drama than peace in your life. We spoke about your goals, dreams, and aspirations. They pointed out all that could go wrong or why you shouldn't do it. Friends that seem to want to see you down, hold you back, or keep you miserable, like them or not see you get ahead of them while smiling in your face. You may have a frenemy. How many frenemies have you had in the past?
I don't think I would necessarily call them friends.
What would you call them? Lost people? Explain. Lost people.
They were hurt people, hurt people. They were lost in the sauce. They were purgatory.
I thought purgatory is like after you die. That's when because I'm like you got hell on earth, and I feel like purgatory. That's something completely different.
Yeah, we're not.
We're not going to get into that right now.
They haven't stepped into healing yet.
I feel like a lot of people have not stepped into healing. Unfortunately, it's sad. But when it comes down to the healing aspect, it's like it seems like a lot of people are afraid to heal at this point. What is yesterday? I think about it, let go of it. I let go of yesterday. Say goodbye. Say goodbye so much to our life. I'm no longer part of that reality.
Talk about it. I've been good.
But yeah, so one of the stories that I have about a friend of me takes me back some years. We're gonna go back to yesterday real quick. Right? So I mean, I knew this person to where it was like this person ended up telling me one time we were sitting in a car and they told me they were like, "Your podcast is never gonna take off." I was just like, "Well, dang." I mean, because I started this podcast back in 2021. Yeah, I started this podcast back in 2021, and I do it mainly for my mental health, and it's a good way for me to put things out there that I've gone through, hoping that I'm able to impact others. And I'm not trying to blow up on this platform or anything, but I just want to reach those who need to hear the messages that I have, while at the same time can also validate the things that they're going through, or to also empower individuals and give them the courage to come forward and speak their truths to where they can possibly help others. So when this individual told me my podcast was never going to go anywhere, it was just like, well, dang, it was like a slap in the face. This was someone who said that they loved me, considered themselves a friend, and things like that. But the whole time, they were just constantly trying to manipulate and use and ultimately shoot me down to try and have me feeling so weird about myself. I mean, it was crazy how they would sit here in my face and try and like speak praise to my face, but then behind my back, blaming me for everything that is going on in other people's lives or even in their own life. I mean, we've heard stories about things that was said about us, and we're like, what? Like we weren't even there. Like how? It's amazing how you can have someone be all nice and cordial in your face while covertly just doing things to try and bring you down behind your back. You know, situations like that happen.
It sort of. It was weird, especially when I was younger. It's way bad in high school for whatever reason. But I think high school was just like a science experiment because high school is kind of like a pretest for society. People don't really think about it that way, but it really is because then you have the people that succeed. You know, the teachers that extremely so here's an eye. and then you have those middle ground kids, you know, the B kids, and then you have the F kids that just don't do anything. They're constantly in trouble. Those are the inmates.
Not true. Not true.
Constantly get yelled at, get kicked out of class. It's a science experiment for society. So yeah, the where that pretty much starts happening is middle school, high school, where you get those frenemies, whether it's jealousy or envy, or pretty much jealousy and envy. And some people are just wicked as hell, and they don't like seeing people happy at all. And that's
I'm gonna have to. one with this year because I feel like you got some stuff to say.
It's just a whole different story. I remember in high school, it was like my freshman year.
Mhm.
I live in a small town, and I had went on summer vacation on my dad's side of the family. I was in St. Louis, a full summer day there, and when I came back the first week of school, people were telling me that they heard rumors that I was selling drugs. I was out here humping and bumping. I was like a freshman in high school. I was like, dang, I disappeared for one summer in a small town, and I come back and I'm ahead of a cartel somewhere. I was like, I don't know how the hell that happened, but the only people that knew I was gone for real were my friends. So the only people that could be saying anything about me in that manner was my friends.
Individuals who you called friends.
Yep, exactly. So that was
Jeez.
crazy.
That's
how I became a loner.
See, and that's something that gets me because I'm like, I want to talk about frenemies, but I'm like, in order to understand what a frenemy is, we must first understand and take a look at what the words that create the word frenemy is. So we're gonna jump straight into that. What is a friend and what is an enemy? So let's start with the word friend. So what is a friend? What is your definition of a friend?
That's complicated. Well,
Why you gotta be so complicated?
okay, technically, it's somebody that's not related to you.
So someone who's related to you, it cannot be a
not related to you. It's got to be outside of that.
You can't be friends with your cousin or nothing?
I mean, could be, but the point is that it's the bond outside of family.
Okay. So you consider a friend someone who is not related to you?
They could be, but that's a different level of friendship.
So it's still
There's levels to
friend,
this.
right?
There's levels to this. Because
There's levels to everything.
yeah.
I mean, there's
we're just talking about your regular friend, then it would be.
I mean, guys saying, what is your definition of a friend?
That you have a connection, a bond with. And the thing is, you don't even necessarily have to like the same things, which is crazy because I've seen people that absolutely look like they despise each other be the best of friends, which is crazy. But I guess it works. You know,
I mean, shoot, the way you be looking at me sometimes, I would think people think that we despise each other. So, hey, I don't like you. I love you, though. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That look right there.
Anyway.
So for me, the way that I think of a friend is a friend can mean more to me than family. And what I mean by that is there's family members where we might not be close or I might not even want to be around them due to things that the way that they are. I may have friends to where the bond between us is stronger than I hold some family members. And I'm like, the word friend to me, if I call you a friend, there isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. I look at you as if you are family. You know? So I mean, when I call someone, I don't call everybody a friend, and the reason I don't is because there's a lot of individuals who portray certain personalities and ways to try and snake themselves into your life, just to try and bring you down or try and be the cause of your downfall. And I mean, throughout the things that I've been in life, I've noticed that. Now, the thing that sucks is where I'm getting to now in life is where I was when I was much younger. Before I decided to start trusting and believing. Thank you, therapists and everything. Oh, the world, you need to be more trusting. You need to do that. Go suck a penis. It caused so much pain in my life once I decided to start trusting again. Yes, I did. I did. I mean, because with all due respect, I'm like, a therapist is there to ask the questions that you can ask yourself to figure out the underlying reasons of why things are the way that they are in your life. You really don't need a therapist.